17.839. Chris Fretwell, 4th overall with a 18.564 for his first lap. This is the first lap for Ryan LaRue. 4th overall with a 18.559. So, Waynesboro, Virginia's Wyatt Coffey currently fast time in the Elite Racing Series 602 with a 17.839. Next up, in the Masterbuilt Driven Motors, Hamilton Racing, Fairfield Tire, out of Fairfield, Virginia. Give it up for Samuel Hamilton. Then in car 11, out of Natural Bridge, Virginia, Higgins Trucking, Freedom Church, it's Tim Stallnaker. And then it's in the Masterbuilt, Beher Stump Grinding, Walker's Creek Cabinets, LLC. Here comes Devin Beher. Green is out. Samuel Hamilton, 4th overall to 18.120. Tim Stallnaker's first lap, 7th overall at 18.747. 8th overall to 21 of Devin Beher at 18.750. Last lap for these gentlemen. Nobody was. Devin Beher picked it up to 5th overall at 18.529, but still the fastest is Wyatt Coffey at a 17.839. Next up in the Hawk Rest Farm, CNC Lawn Land LLC, Wolf Motorsports, Masterbuilt. The 4, Bryce Smith out of Covington, Virginia, followed by the 10H. It is the Dottie Country Store, Rising Sun Farms, Rocket XR1 of Stephen Harrison out of Brownsburg, Virginia. Then it's the 11, Kryptonite out of Cremora, Virginia, Dakota Fox. First lap for Bryce Smith. Good enough for 5th overall at 18.348. Make that 10H of Stephen Harris 5th overall with an 18.287. The 11 of Dakota Fox is 12th overall at an 18.979. Checkered is out. Still, your fast time at the moment is Waynesboro, Virginia's Wyatt Coffey at a 17.839. Next up, he's won 2 times here this season at Natural Bridge Speedway. In the double nickel race cars, BHR 55 Fabrication, Blue Paul Dog Training. Out of Mount Airy, North Carolina, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Kendall Tucker. And then car number 18, out of Buckhannon, Virginia, in the Red Hill Photography, Reed's Towing. It's Jesse Murray. And then in car 12, in the Rocket with no sponsors, it's Dylan Honaker out of Covington, Virginia. Green is out here. Trying to hunt Wyatt Coffey, 17.839. First lap for Kendall Tucker, good for 3rd overall at a 17.983. First lap for Jesse Murray, 13th overall at 18.817. Dylan Hallnaker's first lap at an 18.951, 15th overall. Checkered is out. Steel White Coffee's the fastest at a 17.839. Next up, in car 56 in the Behers pre-owned Booper Bear Racing. In 56, Tyler Bear out of Rockbridge, Bass, Virginia. Then car 50 out of Walnut Cove, North Carolina in a Rocket. It's Ronnie Covey. And then in the 36, in the Lester Well Drilling Painters Machine Shop, Beckenrich Farms Masterbuilt, it's Darren Critchfield. Still hunting White Coffee, 17.839. Let's see what the first lap here coming up for Tyler Bear is. Good enough for 7th overall to 18.268. 18.268 for Tyler Bear. Ronnie Covey, 18th overall, and then Darren Critchfield, 12th overall at 18.665. Tyler Bear settles in 7th overall for Tyler Bear, 7th overall. Still your fastest is Waynesboro, Virginia's Wyatt Coffee at a 17.839. We still have 2 more down there for qualifying for the 602 Elite Racing Series. Pure Stock Hot Lap qualifying, you are next. Pure Stock, I need you in staging. Pure Stock Hot Lap qualifying, you are next. Next up, Martin Small Engine Repair, BNM Performance, Barry Wright Race Car, Jacob Level out of Waynesboro, Virginia, followed by Paisley's Logistics, LLC, Durham Engine Services, Barry Wright out of Elkton, North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Daniel Durham. Last 2 here for qualifying. They're looking to knock off Waynesboro, Virginia's Wyatt Coffee at a 17.839. First lap for Jacob Level. Good enough for 6th overall to 18.149. 6th overall for Jacob Level. And Daniel Durham's first lap, 20th at a 19.196. Daniel Durham at a 19.196, 20th overall. Checkered is out. So that completes 602 Elite Racing Series late model qualifying here tonight at Natural Bridge Speedway. So, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Waynesboro, Virginia's Wyatt Coffee. Pure Stock Hot Lap qualifying, you are next. Pure Stock, you are next. Following Pure Stock late model. Start making your final adjustments. Late model, make your final adjustments. You follow Pure Stock qualifying. These 602 late models will be back up here later for heat races, ladies and gentlemen. We have heat races here tonight for the 602 late models and the late models. Just a reminder, we'll be back here next week, July 12th, with late model 602 Street Stock, Stock 4, and our Little Rascals next week. So join us next weekend here again. Gates open at 3, drivers meeting at 5:30, on track at 6. Reminder, we do not race here at Natural Bridge Speedway on July 26th. July 26th is no racing here at Natural Bridge Speedway. So here we go for our pure stock hot lap qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, here at Natural Bridge Speedway. There go 2 laps. 15 entries here. Late model, your qualifying is after pure stock. Make final adjustments, please. Late model qualifying, you are next. Start making your way to the cone, please. Start staging outside for me to bring them over into staging. So, late model, you are next. Once again, we'd like to thank the sponsors here of their Freedom 40. Shenandoah Auto Salvage out of Storstrath, Virginia. Karakoff's Towing and Recovery. Lisa Bradley's Todd Reynolds out of Stanton, Virginia. 540-885-0072. See Lisa Bradley, Todd Reynolds out of Stanton, Virginia. Thank you to our partners here for the Freedom 40. We appreciate Shenandoah Auto Salvage, Karakoff's Towing and Recovery, and Lisa Bradley's Todd Reynolds. Thank you for the partners here of the Freedom 40. Elite 602 Elite Racing Series, your lineups for heats are posted on My Race Pass. Elite Racing Series, your lineups are posted on My Race Pass and will be posted down here on the board. Will be posted down here on the board also. Here we go for pure stock qualifying. Out first in the 38, it's Aiden Mead out of Fincastle, Virginia, followed by the 22 of Matthew Hamilton out of Fairfield, Virginia. Then in the 18W out of Lexington, Virginia, it's Braddock Willer. Green is out here. 2 laps. Caution is out. Caution is out. Race control throws a caution out there for Braddock Willer up there in the bottom of turn 2 there. Some fluid there in the bottom of 1 and 2. Once again, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors here at Natural Bridge Speedway: Cecil B. Arthur, Thomas Clark Performance, Double Nickel Race Cars, BHR 55 Fabrication, NPM Precision Marketing, Bank of Botetourt, Austin Electric Construction, CNS Disposal, Coffee Excavating and Septic, W.R. Deacon and Sons Timber, Tri-State Vintage Dirt Series, Fairfield Tire Dave Reynolds, Jennings Property Solution LLC, Bradley's Trucking, Checkered Flag Graphics LLC, All About Wraps, Jason Parker, Cassius Parts and Repair, LaJoy Seating, State Farm Insurance, Brent Hershey Agent, Ray Fiend Medical Associates, Dr. Rob Marsh, Payne Enterprises, Inc., K1 Race Gear, Ryan Flynn Arbistry, Terrace Law, City View Performance Fabrication, Bobby Thompson, and Delicate Terry Austin, just to name a few here of our sponsors that we appreciate here at Natural Bridge Speedway. But we're back underway for qualifying for our Pure Stocks. First lap for Aiden Mead with a 21.061. Matthew Hamilton at a 27.84. Matthew Hamilton, quickest at the moment at a 20.737. Next up, in the 39R out of Roanoke, Virginia, it's Robert Marr. Then in the 00, it's Jerry McDaniel out of Charlottesville, Virginia. And then in car 51 out of Clifton Forge, Virginia, it's Danny Tucker. These drivers are hunting Matthew Hamilton 20.737. 20.737 is the fast time currently in a Pure Stock. Robert Marr's first lap, 21.589. The 51 of Danny Tucker to 21.544. And in the 00 of Jerry McDaniel at a 23.001. Caution there in turn 2 for the 39 of Robert Marr. Green flag back out for Pure Stock qualifying. They'll get one more lap. '39 of Robert Marr, 21.223. Danny Tucker, 4th overall at a 21.450. And then in fifth, the 00, Jerry McDaniel with a 22.181. Still fast time, Fairfield, Virginia's Matthew Hamilton at a 20.737. Next coming up out the chute here at Natural Bridge Speedway in car 3 out of Fenton Castle, Virginia. Give it up for David Brogan. And then behind David, last year's points champion here at Natural Bridge Speedway in car 08 out of Lexington, Virginia. It's Jacob McCormack. And then following Jacob in car 200 out of Lexington, Virginia. Had a good run last week. Set fast time, Parker Flint. Parker Flint there. See if one of these gentlemen can knock off Matthew Hamilton's 27.37. See what the first lap here for David Brogan is. Second overall to 27.99. New quick time, the 08 of Jacob McCormack at a 25.63. New quick time, Lexington, Virginia's Jacob McCormack knocks off Matthews Hamilton. So currently your fast time is the 08 of Jacob McCormack at a 20.563. We'll have the fastest four at the end of this pure stock qualifying down here again on front stretch, and I'll make my way down here. Car 200 of Parker Flint did not read, so we will bring a transponder to him. So 200 of Parker Flint will get qualifying here. But next group up, in car 11, it's Robert Tyree out of Lexington, Virginia. And then in the 241, Andy Hunt out of Grottoes, Virginia. And then in car 77, it's Jeremy Fox out of Waynesboro, Virginia. These drivers here are hunting the 08 of Jacob McCormack's current fast time in pure stock at a 25.63. Robert Tyree's first lap, fourth overall to 27.86. Seventh overall to 77 of Jeremy Fox at a 21.302. The 241, 10th overall for Andy Hunt at a 23.159. Robert Tyree picked it up the third overall at a 20.708. .08 still the fastest. Jacob McCormack at a 20.563. Top four will be down here on the front stretch here at the end of qualifying for their pick appeal. So I'll be down here shortly on right after this. Late model, start making final adjustments and making it way to the cone for staging, please. Late model. Next up In the 2K, it's Donald Cassee out of Evington, Virginia. Behind Donald coming out in car 26, it's Max Link out of Buckhannon, Virginia. Followed with the 200 again, Parker Flint out of Lexington, Virginia. His transponder did not read, so he will get laps here in pure stock qualifying. Something I missed there on Braddock Pruitt 17 there. Track officials is pushing him, maybe giving him a push start. Yep, pushed him off there. Here comes the 17 on the track of Braddock Pruitt out of Lexington, Virginia. Final group of pure stock qualifying here tonight at Natural Bridge Speedway. See if one of these drivers can knock off Jacob McCormack's 20.563. Braddock Pruitt's first lap. Good enough for third overall to 20.660. Max Link's first lap. 10th overall to 21.469. 2K Donald Cassee in second with a 20.602. Parker Flint 7th overall to 20.883. Parker Flint 7th overall. Checkered flag is out. So we'll have the top four come to the front stretch. The 08 fast time of Jacob McCormack with a 20.563. Second, the 2K of Donald Cassee with a 20.602. Third, the 3 of David Brogan with a 20.651. And in fourth, the 17 of Braddock Pruitt at a 20.660. They'll bring them down here to front stretch for peel draw. Late model, bring them over here into the infield for staging. Late model, it is time for qualifying for you. Start making your way to staging and pit road, please. What do you think of the track tonight, Jacob? Fast time?
I think it was all foot, all working the gas.
Yeah. We'll see what peel draw is in a minute. Get all Jacob, David, Braddock, and Donald Cassee here for peels. Late model, let's go. Staging.